Well, hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Farm Magician and this is Icarus. Now today I'd like to talk to you about something important that people don't really know about. Okay, bear with me for a second, and that is bestiary points. Now, myself, Lady Beatrice, and also Mango Man from the Serial Killers team, we have been crushing out the bestiary points to find out everything you need to know to improve your talents. Oh yes, so let's snap out of this a second. There we go. So talents can come in a different ways. You can kill an animal, you can skin an animal, you can taxi knife an animal, you can do an animal on the skinning bench, or you can turn it into a trophy. Each one of those gives you points. So a kill is 1 point. If you skin it when you're out, is 1 point. If you use a taxidermy knife, you get 2 points. Do it on the skinning bench, you get 2 points. Or if you turn it into a trophy, you get another 2 points. What's that down there? So basically, there's a lot that you can do. You can get a maximum of 5 points per some of the animals. I just want to see what that is a second. Oh, it's a polar bear. Don't kill me, please. We can use you as an example. So, one kill. Talent point. Now, I've got my talent points for polar bears in the bestiary crate. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. If you can spill this blooming bear. There we go. Get the taxidermy knife out. And we're just going to skin that. So 1 kill is 1 point. Skinning it is 2 points. I'm just going to take the head. So far we've got 3 points from this one polar bear. Let's run back to where we need to be. And then if you put it in the trophy bench and make a polar bear, you will also get another 2 points. That would be a total of 5 points for a polar bear. Amazing, fantastic, beautiful. Right, let's close this door a second because we have got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, there is a total in this game of 53 animals. Yes, 53 animals. So that is a total of 106 talent points you can get. So that is the total. If you do look, if you press the J button, you can see your bestiary here and all your bestiary points inside the guide. Now, we are going to be talking about every single animal and what benefits they give you and all of that stuff. Okay? So, before we do move on to that, I am going to put 2 images up now. And these images are of the spawn locations for certain animals in Styx and Olympus. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm going to do. I need to give credit to someone for this though, so let me just have a quick perusky of the person for this. It was found, I found it on a Reddit page. So let me just load that up a second. It was done by CK_DH. This was 5 months ago. I'll leave the link for the Reddit in the description so you can find it for yourself. But it also has a great help on where to find certain food items for better buffs. But yeah, we are now going to go through these animals. Okay, so we're going to start off with a wolf. So the wolf is here. The bestiary points for a wolf is 3,000. Okay, you can get a total of 5 points on your bestiary for this. So you can kill it, then taxidermy it and turn it into a trophy to get 5 points. So the total kills that you need for the wolf is 600 wolves. Now that's not very hard to do. With that, you get a minus 15% perceived threat from wolves. Also, a chance for wolves to drop other rare meats. So that is the first one. Let's move on to number 2, which is a bear. The bears Bestiary points for those are 800. You can get 5 points per kill. I'll let you work it out yourself what you need to do to get the 5 points. But that is a total of 160 bears you need to kill. With that, you get a 10% chance to resist a deep wound. Also, plus 10% maximum health. Let's move on to a chamois, a chamois. The bestiary points is 1,300. You can get a total of 3 points. And you need to kill a total of 434. And with that, you get a plus 5% yield from harvesting. Also, 10% yield from felling trees. Let's move on to the next one, which is a baby deer. You need to... bestiary points is 1,100. You can get a total of 3 points. And total kills is 367. With that, you get plus 10% yield from skinning fur. Also plus 10% fruit and veg modifier effectiveness. We're going to move on to the standard deer now. The points are 2,000. You can get a maximum of 5 points. So you need to do 400 kills. With this, you get plus 10% movement speed whilst carrying an animal. Also minus 10% dysentery chance. So you can drink a little bit more water from the lakes. Pronghorns. Now, pronghorns you can only find on one map. I'm not telling you which one. You can find that for yourself. Bestiary points is 1,300. You can get a total of 3 points per kill. So you need to kill 434. With that, you get a plus 10% collision resistance. Also, plus 10% from yield from harvesting, which is nice to see. Rabbits are next on my list. With the rabbits, bestiary points 2,000. You can get a total of 3 points per kill. So the best missions are the simple missions for these ones to do, because you can get them quite a lot. So total rabbits needed to die are 667. With that, you get plus 10% health regeneration. Also, a chance for rabbits to drop berries, which can be kind of helpful early game. Let's move on to the buffaloes. Buffalo bestiary points are 2,000. You can get a total of 5 points per kill, so that's 400 buffaloes you need to get. With that, you get a plus 5% yield from mining. Also, plus a 10% taming speed, so you can tame your creatures quicker. Let's keep moving on to a boar. Now, the boars are 1,500 bestiary points. You can get a total of 3 points per kill. So that's 500 boars you need to get. With that, you get a 10% bacon harvest from animals. Also, plus 10% food affects duration. Now, you can already see from these few how quickly stuff is stacking up if you complete the bestiary tree. Let's move on to a mower. Right, so the mowers... bestiary points is 2,000. You can get a maximum of 3 points per kill. So that's 667. With that, you get a plus 5% taming speed. Also plus 10% yield from reaping plants. So add that to the 15 from the buffalo. You're already at 20% taming speed. Let's carry on the snow wolf. So the snow wolves is 3,000 bestiary points. You can get 5 points per kill, so that's a total of 600 points. With that, 600 kills, sorry. With that, it's plus 20% health regeneration in the Arctic. Also plus 5% cold resistance in the Arctic as well. We're moving on to the polar bears. Now, we have just killed a polar bear and got some points, but we don't need the points. Polar bears, 800 bestiary points. That seems kind of easy. You can get 5 per kill. So that's 160 polar bears you need to do. With that, you get 5% exposure resistance. Also, plus 5% melee damage. Mammoths. Mammoths. Right, with the mammoths, it's 800 once again. You can get 5 points. So that's 160 kills. With that, you do get a 5% chance to find additional rare meat while skinning. Also, plus 100% mammoth plus reward, so that will help with your epoxy. Snow leopards are next on the list. Snow leopards is 1,500. You can get a total of 5 points per kill. So that's 300 snow leopards you need. With that, you get plus 5% melee resistance. Also plus 15% hypothermia resistance as well. Now, with that and the polar bear, that's already plus 10. So just think about how all these are stacking up. We're going to move on to Arctic Scorpion next. Arctic Scorpions are 1,200 bestiary points. You can get a total of 3, so that's 400 you need to kill. With that, you get a plus 5% over penetration damage. Also, plus 15% frostbite resistance. Beautiful stuff. Let's carry on, and we're going to move to the elephants. Now, the elephants, for me, I found them a bit hard to get. But then I'd done a mission, and I could find them everywhere, and I was like, oh, I should have done this mission to start off with. Now, that's 800 bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 3 points per kill. So that's 267 you need. With that, you get minus 5% water consumption. Also, plus a 10% chance of finding additional rare meats while skinning. Because they give you a really nice buff, I'm not going to lie. Let's carry on moving forward, and we're going to an antelope. The antelopes are 2,000 bestiary points. That's 3 points per kill, so that's 667 you need to get. With that, you get a plus 15% hypothermia resistance. Also, plus 10% fruit and veg modifier effectiveness. Ooh ah. Let's move on to a cougar. The cougars are right here. That's 1,500. You can get a maximum of 5 points per kill, so that's 300 you need to kill. With that, you get a plus 10% chance to resist a bleed. Also, plus 10% well-rested duration. So when you sleep, you get a better bonus at the end of it. We're moving on to a hyena next. The hyenas are 3,000 bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 5 points per kill, so that is 600 points you need to get. With that 600, you get minus 5% water consumed in the desert. Also minus 10% perceived threat. So we're already at, for water consumption, is minus 10%, which is brilliant. Moving on to our zebras. The zebras are next. With zebras, that's 1,500 bestiary points. You can get a total of 3 per kill, so that's 500. With that, you get a 5% yield from skinning. Also, plus 5% desert exposure resistance. So they are all stacking up nicely. A standard scorpion in the desert is 2,000 bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 3 per kill, so that's 667 you need to get. With that, you will get plus 5% poison resistance, also 10% water consumed in the desert. So you're stacking your water, which is good. You don't need to go out and get it constantly. Caveworms are the bane of everyone's lives, but they do come in handy because that's 5,000 bestiary points, the highest on the list. And with that, you can only get 1 point per kill everywhere in caves. You can literally run around the whole map and kill them all, and you're done. So that's 5,000 caveworms you need to kill. But with that, you get a plus 15% health regeneration in a cave. Also, plus 10% chance to resist poison. Beautiful stuff. Next, we are going to those teenage caveworms, which you can find from missions and also from the Thumper. With the teenage caveworms is 1,500. Once again, they are 1 per kill. So you need to get 1,500 of these. With that, you get a minus 5% oxygen consumption. Also, plus 15% chance to resist pneumonia, which is actually really good when you're in a cave. Next are those blessed bear cubs. So that is 1,000 bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 3 per kill. So that's 334 kills. In total, you get a plus 10% yield from creature bonuses. Also, minus 10% oxygen consumption, which is nice. After that, we're moving on to a jaguar. The jaguars are a little bit different. They are 2,000 bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 5 points per kill, so that's 400 kills. you get a 5% sleep quality. Also, the good old 10% stamina regeneration. Let's move on to our next animal, in which is the Kia. Kias are 1,000 Bestiary points. You can get a maximum points of 3, so that's 667 kills you need. I believe. No, read the wrong one. I do apologize. 1,000 Bestiary points, 3 points you can get, so that's a total of 334. With that, you get 25% white meat drop chance. Also, plus 10% accuracy with ranged weapons. So that is guns and arrows. Moving on to our crocodiles. The crocodiles are 1,500 Bestiary points. You can get a total of 3 per kill, so that is 500. There's missions where you can do this. That's plus 5% over penetration damage, and also plus 15% swim speed. Next, we do have the komodo. With the komodo, it's 2,000 Bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 3 per kill, so that is 667 kills that you need. One of the highest ones. But with that, you get minus 15% bacterial affection duration. Also, plus 10% skinning speed. After that, we're going to move to the baby polar bears. The baby bear cubs. With the baby bear cubs, it's 1,000 Bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 3, so that's 334 kills that you need. With that, you get 15% yield from skinning. Also, 5% Arctic resistance, which is nice. Moving on next to our alpha wolf. The alpha wolf is 400 Bestiary points. That you can get a maximum of 5 per kill, so you only need to kill 80, which is one of the fewest ones. But with that, you get a plus 15% yield, black teeth yield. Also, plus 20% hemorrhage chance on a hit with a black wolf weapon. That's quite nice. After that, we're moving on to our landsharks. Landsharks is 1,400. You can get a maximum because this is a boss. The next 3 are bosses, okay? Alpha wolf isn't really a boss. The landshark is 1,400. You can get a maximum of 3 per kill. The only way you get your 3 per kill is because a kill for the main 3 bosses gives you 3 points. So you need to do 467 landsharks. Now that's a lot of thumpering. But with that, you get better rewards. You get plus 10% yield from mining copper. Also plus 10% yield from mining in general. So copper, you get plus 20% yield. Nice. So just think, when you're starting a new series or whatever you want to do, when you bring down a level 0 character, you can literally get better things from the start. We're moving on to a giant scorpion next. The giant scorpions are 400 Bestiary points, maximum of 3 per kill, so that's 134 kills that you need. With that, you get a plus 15% scorpion carapace yields. They're all the scales, I believe. Pincers, tails, I don't have a clue. It's something. Anyway, also you get a plus 20% chance of returning melee physical damage to an attacker if you wear your scorpion armor. Nice. Sandworms, or 400 Bestiary points, 3 per kill. That's 134 kills that you need. With that, you get a plus 15% sandworm scale yield. Also plus 20% poison chance on a hit with a sandworm weapon. Nice. And if you get all the animals from Styx and Olympus, you get the Pokemon Award, the Gotta Catch 'em All, which is absolutely brilliant. Now we are going to be moving on to the next section. And the next section is everything from the new DLC. So it's all the new characters. There is not an achievement for this one yet, but there may be in the future. I'm not saying 100% because I don't know myself. Now, we are going to start off with the drifters. The drifters, there are 1,000 bestiary points. You can only get 1 point per kill, so you need to kill 1,000, but those buggers are everywhere. They're in the volcanic region, they're in the swamp, they're in the grassy plains, they're everywhere, so that is fine and that is easy. With that, you get a plus 10% accuracy with ranged weapons. Brilliant stuff, because that's stacking with other ones. You also get a plus 5% volcanic exposure resistance. Nice. We're moving on to the striders next. The striders. With the striders, they are 2,000 bestiary points. You can get a maximum of 3 per kill, so that's 667. I do think some of these are going to be nerfed and changed a little bit to make it a bit easier, because some of these numbers are a little bit ridiculous. But you get a 5%, oh, sorry, yeah, 667. But with that, you get a 5% yield from falling trees. Also, plus 5% exposure damage, explosion damage, explosive damage is the one. Yes, you get that with that one. Let's move on to the ubis. Ubises. Ubisi. Plural, I don't know. But with that, that's 2,000 once again. 3 per kill, that's 667. You get plus 5% yield from harvesting, also plus 10% taming speed. So with the other stacks, I think we're at plus 30%. And is that something new? Can we possibly tame these in the future and ride them? Maybe. Let's carry on. We're going to move to a chala. Where is my chalas? Chala. Chalas are just here. Chalas, they are 1,300. You can get 3 points per kill. Just to let you know, anything from the new DLC you cannot put into a trophy at the moment, so that may change as well. You need to kill a maximum of, well, a minimum of 434. With that, you get a plus 5% felling damage, also 5% collision resistance as well, which is nice. Let's move on to a needler. Needlers. With those, it's 1,500, 3 per kill, so that's 500 you need. You get 5% sweep quality, also 5% projectile resistance. So when they throw their pincer things, spikes at ya, then you get a 5% resistance on there, so you don't die as quick. Swamp roat. Where is the swamp roat? That's the nickname for my other half. Swamp roat. That's 2,000 bestiary points. You get 3 per kill, so you need a total of 667. With that, you get a plus 5% chance to resist slow. So when you're running through the swamps, you may not get slow, but you can easily jump and you'll be going the same speed. Also, minus 5% dysentery chance. So you can drink the water and not shit yourself. Let's move on to the viscous, which I think the head of it looks like Lapras from Pokemon, but that's my own opinion. 1,200 bestiary points. And with that, 3 per kill, that's 400 you need to kill. That's plus 5% poison resistance. Also, plus 5% swamp exposure resistance, which is also a nice bonus. We're going to move on to the Drake, which, to me, the drac, they look like the things from Ghostbusters when they're on the top of the building. But that's also, once again, my own opinion. You need 2,000, that's 3 per kill, that's 667 you need to kill, but they're everywhere. You probably can complete that on the Daisy mission alone. With that, you've got a plus 10% chance from yield from skinning leather. Also, plus 10% chance to resist a hemorrhage, which is quite nice. Moving on to the stonejaws. Now, stonejaws can only be found in pretty much one tile, I found out. A long grind for them. 800 bestiary points. Total 3 per kill, so that is 267 kills you need. With that, you get a plus 5% shatter damage. Also, plus 15% stonejaw obsidian drop chance. So you can get some obsidian. Buy these things, only 15%, but it's always worth it. Because you stack that on with the 25% and you'll get 40% chance of getting them. which is even better than 25%, I guess. Next, bluebacks. Where's the bluebacks? Just here. Bluebacks is 2,000. So that's 3, once again, 3 points per kill. So that's 667. You get a plus 5% taming speed, once again. Could we possibly maybe ride them? I don't know. Also, a plus 5% yield from skinning. So everything's stacking up. I think we're at like 50% taming speed at the moment. And yield from skinning is probably like 30% more. Brilliant. We're going to move on to the redback. Now, the redback is a little bit different. It's 2,000 once again. 3 points per kill. So that's 667. You get a 5% over penetration damage. Also, 5% volcanic exposure resistance. So that's all stacking up for the volcano area. We are moving on to the next one. The next one is an arid striker, which is pretty much a kangaroo. I think it's probably not, but you know what I mean. Anyway, right, arid striker, 2,000 you need points. So that's 3 per kill, 667 in total. And with that, you get a plus 20% maximum stamina. Nice, that's all stacking up. Also, plus 5% fire damage. Nice. After that, we're moving to the lava broodlings. Lava broodlings. Everywhere, once again. With the lava broodlings, that's 1,200. You can get a total of 3 points. That's 400 that you need. Now, with that, you get your 5% stamina regeneration added on top of all the other bonuses. Also, plus 2% melee attack speed. Nice. That is absolutely amazing. We're going to move on to the ashen drake. The ashen drake here is 200 points, 3 per kill. So that's 667. With that, you get plus 5% skinning speed, also plus 10% fire resistance. Let's move on to the pygmy lop. Now, the pygmy lop at the moment, I think, is still a little bit under development, but then I've been told that it's still a rabbit, so meh. It should just be rabbit, shouldn't it? Anyway, with that, you need to get 2,000 bestiary points. That's 3 per kill, 667 rabbits, pygmy lops. You get 10% falling resistance, and also a chance of rabbits dropping berries. So once again, early game, getting extra berries. Nice one. We're going to move on to the rats of the sky, the dreadwings. The dreadwings are 1,200 bestiary points. That is 400. Well, you can get 3 per kill, points per kill, so that's 400 you need. That's plus 5% projectile damage, also plus 10% yield from butchering animals. So it's all stacking up, guys. You need to be doing this. Plains equidus, as far as I'm dyslexic, so that could say refrigerator at the end of the day. But with that, you need to get 2,000 bestiary points, 3 per kill, 667 kills. You get 5% water, minus 5% water consumption. So we're probably at like minus 40% water consumption at the moment. Also plus 5% food effective duration. Nice. Next, we're moving on to the shaggy zebra. If you want a shaggy zebra, that's the one that you need to go for. I'd rather call it woolly, to be honest. It looks woollier. Anyway, shaggy zebra is 1,500, 3 per kill, points per kill, so that's 500 kills. You get your plus 10% yield from skinning fur. Also, plus 15% yield from skinning Arctic pelts. So that's your polar bears, your wolves, your snow leopards. All of that, you get an extra 15%. We're moving on to the snow stalker next. The snow stalker is 1,500. Once again, 3 per kill. That's 500 kills. And with that, you get minus 5% perceived threat whilst in stealth. Also, plus 5% frost resistance. Nice. And currently, finally, the last one that you need to do is your lava hunter, my little friend and yours. It's 1,200 bestiary points, 3 per kill. You need to kill it 400 times. Now, with that, you get plus 5% volcanic exposure resistance and also plus 10% fire damage. Now, I know for a fact there are going to be... Alright. There are going to be new animals in this game. Because they're already implementing a horse. That's coming out very soon. I think it's coming out this week. So there's going to be more animals, I guess, as well in when we get the new proper update for the game as well. When more of the map unlocks, they may add more characters. I'm not 100%. But I'm going to call this as part 1. I would once again like to thank Mango Man and Lady Beatrice from Team Serial Killers. I think that includes myself. We've been literally crunching down the numbers to help us get our rewards that we want, and also to help you guys get the rewards that you rightly deserve. But yeah, it is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. It's been about 35 minutes. We've covered the basics of everything. Fish don't have any rewards, I don't think, at the moment. But yeah, doing all the animals, you need to kill a total of 30,605. I've literally been grinding on this, so's Lady and Mango Man, for probably near enough 100 hours trying to get all these done and to get all the characters, the points for you, so you know what to do. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Love ya. Bye-bye. I'm on a tractor.